Hey everybody, Chef Lorious here, back with another recipe. Today we're making lemon basil chicken. Before we get started, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe below. Let's get cooking. First, let's begin with our ingredients. We're using onions, sweet peppers, and potatoes. We're also using a lemon to get that lemon flavor infused in everything. We're also using garlic, basil, and olive oil for our marinade. This is going to be a delicious dish full of flavor. We're going to begin by cutting our lemons in half. I cut my lemons in half and I set them aside because I'm going to gently squeeze the juice out of these lemons and set that aside for when I bake my actual dish of lemon basil chicken, because I want the lemon flavor from real lemon juice to be in the chicken. After I've set them aside and squeezed out the juice from them, then I cut them further into quarters, because as I put the chicken together, I'm going to actually cook these lemon quarters with the chicken to make sure that lemon flavor is infused throughout the entire dish. Next, we're going to slice up our yellow onions. I'm using yellow onions today because the sweet, gentle flavor of yellow onions is absolutely one of my favorite things. And when you marry that delicate flavor up with lemon and basil, this dish is going to be delicious. Now I'm slicing these onions instead of chopping them because although I want the pieces to be able to fit into our mouth while we eat it, I don't want little bitty diced onions. This isn't that type of dish. This is going to be delicious, guys. Our next ingredient are mini sweet peppers. Now you're thinking, sweet peppers, sweet onions, is everything sweet? Don't worry, in vegetables, sweet really means delicate. These mini peppers are vibrant in color, they're yellow, red, and orange, and make for a beautiful dish. The first thing we're going to do is remove the stems, because nobody wants to eat that. This is actually a three-step process, guys. You remove the stems, then you'll cut them in half, and then you'll take the seeds out. Once you do that, you don't need to again chop these up really small. Much like the onions, we want to be able to pick these up. And I'm telling you, when all of this has that flavor of the basil and the olive oil and the garlic and the lemon together, this is going to be delicious. It's really important to note that when you're cooking with strong flavors like garlic and basil and things, I find it's nice to have the backdrop of a gentle vegetable to absorb that flavor and just really set it off well. So let's keep going and let's see what happens. Our next ingredient are golden Yukon potatoes. Any type of potato will do, white potatoes, red potatoes, but today it's golden Yukons. Now, what I love about these golden Yukon potatoes is the color of them is beautiful, and in my opinion, they're gentle. And the way they absorb the flavor and they just meet up with the chicken. You know, I keep saying meet up with the flavors and absorb the flavors because I'm telling you, you guys, this dish is one of my faves. And just when it all comes together, you've got your potatoes in here, which is your carbohydrate, and you've got your vegetables in there with the onions and the peppers. I'm telling you, this is everything in one pot. So let's keep going, keep dicing these potatoes up, and let's go from there. Now we're ready to make our lemon basil sauce to cook our chicken in. This sauce is more like a marinade, but we're going to make it a nice consistency so we can mix everything in it together and then put it in the oven to bake. We're going to start with softened butter, basil, minced garlic, and coarse sea salt. To these items, we're going to add olive oil and use a fork to combine it. Now you're going to use the fork to mash up that room temperature softened butter so that the flavors get all mushy in there together. As you stir it and combine this, if you notice that you need a little more basil, put it in there. If you notice you need a little more salt, put it in there. And of course, if you need more olive oil, put it in there. But make sure you have enough marinade to cover your entire dish. Once you've completed adding everything you need into your marinade, this is the consistency it should be. We're almost there. Let's go get the chicken. And here is the star of our show, the chicken thighs. Today I'm using boneless, skinless chicken thighs because they're juicy and full of flavor. You can also use chicken breasts, or you can just use whole pieces of chicken. Anything is fine. First thing you're going to want to do though is season your meat. I'm always telling you that, season your meat. I'm using just some basic salt and pepper and a little garlic powder on this, and then using a little touch of olive oil just to bring all the flavors together. You're going to stir this up and make sure that you've mixed the flavors together in the chicken so the meat itself has seasoning. Then you're going to take our marinade and add about half of it to the chicken, stir it all up so that it's all yummy and ready to go. Then we're going to take the other half and put it with our vegetables. Now that we have seasoned all of our meat and vegetables and have everything in the marinade, we're going to place it in a baking dish that has been lightly sprayed with cooking spray. Spread your vegetables all across the bottom. It's okay if they are all close together. Food needs to be friendly. Keep telling you that. It's going to be good. Once the vegetables are on there, you're going to place your chicken pieces on top of the vegetables. Now don't worry if you think there's not enough room. Chicken likes to be squeezed together in a baking dish. It makes everything get juicy together, and the flavor it's like a flavor bomb. It is just like a flavor bomb. So you just push and squeeze until all of your chicken pieces are in that dish, and then top the dish with any remaining marinade that you have. It should look beautiful. Now remember those lemon quarters we had earlier? You're going to take them and gently place them around the dish. The lemon flavor from those lemon quarters is going to cook into the dish and taste absolutely delicious. Let's get it in the oven at 425 for 40 to 50 minutes, depending on your oven, until the chicken is done. And here's our finished dish. It came out of the oven beautiful, juicy, and tender. The chicken is just absolutely divine, and you see how the sauce is cooked into there. The vegetables are so tender. This is beautiful dinner here. Oh my goodness, guys, it's so tender you can cut the meat with a fork. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and follow me on social media. Have a great day and happy cooking.